Hey, we're back. It's been a couple of weeks. Fortunately, I had the vid and then Gen Con prep, so now we're back, and we are in a brand new chapter of our campaign. For those of you following along, we are on Chapter 4, The Jewel of Hope. So, the gloom of Bazzoxan gives way to the sunlight and warm winds of Marquette as the characters arrive in the metropolis of Ank'Harel. While they get their bearings in the new city on a new continent, the characters will discover potential new allies among the factions of the cities and uh, dive into the mystery of Apotheon and investigation that culminates in an expedition somewhere nearby. For those of you who have missed our last session, we finished up the Betrayer's Rise. We had a showdown with the rebels at the end as they were wanting to get their hands on the Jewel of Three Prayers. Uh, Things went sideways when one of the folks from the Vermilion group came by and caused a cave-in, and thankfully there was a tablet that teleported our group to here. So you guys arrive. You guys arrive here, and let me go ahead and read the snippet. So the chilly air and gloomy clouds of Balzon are now replaced by a dry heat and a brilliant blue sky. You're standing up top of a rooftop overlooking a bazaar. Beneath your feet is a teleportation circle from which the glow of magic is slowly subsiding. And now you guys are in the town with the rivals.
Why is there so much sun here?
I think
It's done here.
a little.
Well, I mean, most places have lots of sun. Your home's just a little weird.
I don't like it.
Sorry. We could find you something to cover up with.
Just to remember, did the person who trapped us and fled, did they also use a tablet before disappearing, or did they just run away like on foot?
I think they earthquaked
yep.
us in, so we didn't see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys weren't sure about what they did.
Okie doke. Good to know. I wasn't sure if we should be like looking for them or not. Okay. So, what now?
Well, you are the one that knows your way around here. I don't think I've ever been here.
It's one way to know parts of the city, but I don't exactly know where it is we need to go. We just sort of ended up here.
Maybe we should ask around. You guys know anything about this place? You know where we are? That's towards the Riddles.
No, I cannot say. Unfortunately, I am not from this place, and to be honest, these wounds are still giving me a bit of grief. I think I might seek the nearest infirmary, if anything.
I have not been here either, but I agree with you, this place is dry and awful.
Alright, so what do we have surrounding us? Like, what's going on here?
Well, so as I said before, you guys are in a major city, and you're on top of a rooftop that you can easily see a sprawling bazaar ahead of you that goes on for quite a while. Is there even a map? So, looking at the compass near the bottom left corner, you can see that that ruler amount is basically how long the city is, so in feet. So, right over here. So you're looking at the bazaar going left to right is approximately about 2,400 feet wide and probably a little bit longer going north to south.
So it's about a half a mile wide and 3/4 of a mile.
Well, I mean, do we know what we're doing here? I mean, it was sort of unexpected. So, what do we need exactly? Do we need a way back or something else?
We are trying to find more information about the. Wasn't there something about a underwater city or something?
There was Kelmaro, I think. I cannot remember. Did I know what a Kelmaro was? It has been so long. I remember nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my problem. I'm going through my notes and it's confusing looking at them.
Like, I looked at my notes from last week. It's not enough, so now I'm like trying to go back and like look for other stuff.
Galcerid is like, I believe there, I believe there was something about. We met some weird fellow back in Bazozan. Something about the Cobalt Soul, perhaps. That was someone we ran into.
Are you talking about what was her name? Question, I think.
Yes, I recall her saying something about her order being here.
Yeah, there's a place for set up here somewhere. Not exactly my sort of place, but I might be able to find it. Question mark DM. Can
Yeah.
I locate the headquarters of the Cobalt Soul in
Oh yeah.
Corel?
Yep, I'll give you guys some more information here in a bit about that.
We should probably also try and find a place to lay our hats in.
Well, I mean, if it's food you're looking for, I know a few places, and of course, there are inns all over. We did not plan a whole lot for me knowing about this city. um, like, I'm
first off-
assuming I can find a restaurant and an inn.
The first thing that we should do is try and get off of this roof, no?
Oh, we're on a roof?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I doubt whoever owns this place is gonna be too happy with us up here.
Is there anybody else around us other than the was it the 9 of us on the roof?
I mean, you see a couple people on other rooftops just kind of, folding out blankets and, beating the dust out of them. No one on this particular roof pays you too much of a mind. They're just like, eh. They go back to their normal busybody of just, cleaning the roofs off.
Okay. Well, we should probably try and find whoever it was that was leading us here.
Indeed. I will, Maggie and Hans, Nayo, should we, find the nearest infirmary and tend to our wounds a bit? I feel like I could, sleep for a week.
Well, it ain't much, but if you need a little something, I could help ease some of your pain a bit.
Thank you, but the wounds are more than just the physical kind.
Well, then, the best of luck to you with that. Not trying to be that guy, but how do you say this? No, you're not going to come and try and stab us in the back again.
You showed us mercy, and I think that goes enough to say that we shouldn't, how do they put it? Do not swat a hand that, is given to you in mercy.
Don't bite a hand that feeds.
Oh, yes, that. Sorry, I'm not so great with the allegories.
Okay,
I
very
didn't
well.
remember it was called an allegory, so you're ahead of me there.
All right. Anything else for the rival party?
No, I think we're just gonna take a back seat for a little bit.
Alrighty. Well, there's nothing else for the main party to interact with the rival party. We'll go ahead and have them take off down the street in the bazaar. And thanks for you guys showing up for a bit. More than welcome to hang out, and you guys are more than welcome to hang out and listen in on the rest of the story. And we will be on our merry way with the rest of the main party.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
Take a miracle.
Alright, so as you guys descend from the roof above, you guys end up taking a couple of steps around, and you hear, you end up hearing, a familiar voice of, "Step right up! The Gazetteer for new arrivals." See a goblin just kind of handing out pamphlets to passerbyers in exchange for some coin.
New arrivals? What do you mean by new arrivals?
Ah, yeah, this is Ank'Harel. It's a pretty big town, and we got a lot of people here for the first time. I guess you could say the welcoming committee decides to hand out these, this district by district description of the place, and you can use it to, you can use it to move around in the town if you're not a local here.
Okay, I suppose handing out flyers for to welcome newcomers in the middle of the city is a thing that you could do.
Wouldn't that be more helpful near the gates?
Yeah, some
Kind of
people.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, some people kind of just bypass them, or they can't get by because of large crowds. We're kind of all over the place here. 10 gold pieces, and you guys can have this one, which shows you the whole map and gives you up-to-date information about the local areas and includes areas for lodging.
And how does it keep up-to-date information?
Well, people kind of pay to get in here, so, needless to say, we kind of make sure that we keep it up to date for the sake of that coin flowing, and the community doesn't run itself on charity,
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I was born and raised here, so I don't think I need it.
Also, 10 gold for a map. The hell?
He shows you that, he flips through a couple things that includes a couple of, for lack of a better sense, it comes with some vouchers with some lodging on it to help cut down on some of the cost, and it comes with referrals to certain people that you can get into, how I put it, you can get into some people without having to rub a whole lot of shoulders. So it's more than just a map. It's actually a whole information section.
You guys think it's worth it? I don't know what the hell's going on, so
I'm just
That's
trying to
all.
furiously memorize all the information on the map.
I mean, do I need to make some kind of check, or do I just know the city? Because, again, born and raised.
I mean, you can probably get around the city perfectly well, but the fact that he's also offering you, discounts on your lodging and including referrals to some information that you may not know off the top of your head may not be a bad thing either. So it's your call. I mean, if you feel that you can roll well enough with your, history checks, you can you can go
If it
ahead.
requires history checks, then no, because my character is not the smartest. She's not stupid. She's just, it's only a +1.
Right.
historically inaccurate.
What did you
Did
say?
this guy just walk Up on us, or is he like at a booth?
Yeah, he's at a booth.
Okay, I don't have 10 gold. What's the group loot got? We have enough in the group loot. It's up to you guys.
If it moves things along.
Sure. Okay. I will take out 10 gold and we can buy one.
Alrighty. So he hands you that. You get a map with all the locations for all the major factions in here. So depending on what information you want to seek first, let me know, and I will give you that information without having to roll any, without rolling any history checks.
Hold on a second.
Work call.
Oh, no worries.
Oh. Well, first things first, I would suggest that we probably find a place to board up, because, no offense, but I'm a little fatigued after our, scuffles.
All right. So we're looking for an inn and probably where the Cobalt Soul place is.
Alright, so for lodging,
Correct.
this week's top choices are, the lodgings are called the Back Alley, which is a not so great lifestyle. They describe it as wretched, according to the D&D guide. And that will cost you only 5 copper pieces a day because you got a coupon. You have the Azure Whetstone in the Alluvium district, which acts as a hostel, has squalid living, and that's going to cost you 1 silver piece a day. You have the Golden Chip in the Suncut Bazaar, which is a casino type inn. It doesn't have the greatest in there, but it at least will only cost you 2 silver pieces a day. Then we move on to the Harried Mongoose in the River District, and that will only cost you 5 silver pieces a day. If you want something on the comfortable side, you can go to the Step Aside in the Circlet Walk, and it has comfortable accommodations, which will only cost you 1 gold piece. And finally, the resort type lodging is called the Lap of the Gods in the Sun Herald District, which is by far the most expensive, but still, with your coupon, it only will cost you 2 gold pieces per day.
Only.
So out of those listed, I would lean toward the Harried Mongoose.
Mongoose?
That was the 2 copper a night one, right?
No, the Copper and Night one was like the Suncut Bazaar. No, I'm talking about the one in the River District, right?
Right, Harried Mongoose.
Was the- yeah.
Yep. So with modest, it's considered a modest lifestyle. So it keeps you out of the slums and assures you can maintain your equipment. You don't go hungry or thirsty, and your living conditions are clean. So it's, it's at least something that to where you're don't have to worry about someone outright stealing from you either. Like you don't have to sleep with your back to the door or anything.
That's why I was thinking that seems like the best one. It may not be super wealthy, but at least it's not described as wretched, squalid, or poor. Which do not sound like things that I want.
Yeah, I'm looking at the description. I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna throw this out there, but do I not have a house here, or?
Well, I don't know anything about your backstory. I mean, do you have relatives and family here?
I mean, yeah, I would imagine my parents are living here, but I mean, we did not go into this in detail, like, in advance, so I'm just, like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, we can all just go stay with my mom and dad in their tavern, and it'll be fine, but, you know what I mean.
I mean, if you want to, give me a brief synopsis of what your family's like.
Dad is a werebear, mom is a bunny person, and they run a tavern.
Okay. So
that about sums it up fairly simply. Mom is kind of the aggressive sort. Dad is surprisingly chill.
Okay, so here's the deal. I will let you stay with your parents, and I will even cut it down to where you can stay with them for free as long as you help them with the expenses for anything for like your meals or stuff, or just help them out. So I'll allow that to happen since you at least came up quick enough on the quick on the trigger there to provide me information. So yes, you can stay with your parents.
There we go. I mean, I had all of that in my head. It just like we had not discussed it in advance.
Sure.
We've had a
Thank you,
month
Mom and
and we didn't
Dad.
discuss it.
All right. So where are the parents going? Like, what type of area would have been at?
I mean, probably like staunchly like middle class. Like they're not going to be super rich. They're not going to be super poor.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough for their child to go off on a globe-trotting adventure looking for new recipes.
Okay. So we'll put him in the River District too then, since that seems like it's a kept place for people of nature sort that would be there.
Okay, makes sense.
All right. But you got to give me the name of the hotel at this or the tavern at this point.
Okay, give me a second. Fuck it, the Raging Rabbit.
All right. You will make
Okay.
your way to the Raging Rabbit then.
Making our way downtown.
This is what happens when I have to give a name with 10 seconds of thought. I did not have a name for their tavern. I'm going to regret this.
Nice DM skills.
Let's see you do better. Give me a tavern name.
No, I'm good. That was a
Good
compliment.
Okay.
I am here for it.
For the Raging Rabbit.
Yes.
Okay.
All
It
right.
was either that or the Rabid Rabbit.
I don't know if that would really have gone that way. All right. So as you guys make it.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say. So you guys cut through the Sun Cut Bazaar and take the most. With excluding the Sun Herald District, you guys just kind of cut through the bazaar and make a best line you can to the River District. So, the atmosphere of the River District is permeated by the smell of wet earth, where most of the city's farming is done. Strips of irrigated cropland are intermingled with the newer hydroponic farms. In place of roads, canals connect the subdivisions of the district. Most folks traverse the canals of the River District in the skiffs and lightweight canoes. And of course, you find Poppy's family inn.
Do people deal with all these boats and water and everything?
Well, first of all, I would recommend not going for a swim.
That was definitely not on my to-do list.
I mean, I'm in armor right now. That's not something I'm looking forward to.
Second of all, well, I'm not a big swimmer. I mean, gets all my fur and everything, so...
But you see all these people and all their boats and everything. It seems so tedious.
And your sunless land ain't?
Compared to all this heat and the time, just ugh.
But it makes caring for your fur so much easier. I mean, it's nice and dry and everything.
I'm gonna pretend that you didn't say that to me, and let's just keep moving, I suppose.
As you guys keep moving through the district, you come upon a inn that has a small patio that outlines part of the river area, on which you see a familiar but slightly older and male-looking. Did you say, Poppy, your parent? One of them was a rabbit, or both of them?
One of them was a rabbit. One of them was like Fey-touched human who was a werebear.
Okay, which one was which?
The dad was the werebear. The mom was the rabbit. The dad is like a big, burly, very hairy guy.
All right. So as you guys approach, you see a big burly man slowly wiping down tables and kind of sweeping up, and kind of see him it's like, get out of here, birds! I swear, give 'em one set of breadcrumbs that we're going out, and now the whole flock's here.
Papa and I just go charging at him and leap at him. Leap at his back.
Hey, wait! Oh! You're back!
I hug him. I nuzzle him a bit. Just sort of, not really intentionally, but sort of, yeah. Some crazy things happened, and then, well, we sort of ended up here. These are my friends, I guess. Friends? Are we friends now?
I think that might be
I think that's long overdue at this point. Like, I don't feel like that's a point of contention.
So yeah, these are my friends. The big guy right there, that's Creed. He clanks a lot. Sort of kind of grumpy at times, but mostly cool. The little short feathery one is Pretty Baby, and she's not real creative with what she says, but she's real cute.
I'm gonna waddle over to him and go, Papa, and hold my arms up because I want to hug too.
Watch your coin purse though, Pops.
What? Now,
she
don't
got sticky
leave
fingers.
shiny things out.
well, Papa, you know that I don't carry that stuff around me on the outside. You know, the birds come and take anything that even remotely has a bit of, luster on it.
It ain't just coins. She'll take just about anything. And the quiet, pretty fella over there is Moreau.
I'm sorry. This is a very lovely establishment you have here, sir. I am very pleased with the amount of not sun is going on right now.
Oh, he takes out an umbrella from one of the sides and folds it out and puts it over one of the tables. Like, well, can't have my daughter's friends wilting out here. Here, have a seat and enjoy the comfortable, accommodations here.
Is Mama home?
Oh, Mama's out at the market to pick up some stuff for tonight's, course. We're deciding on, well, you tell me, Papa, you were always, the better chef of the family, but would you have opted for pickled cabbage and, boar meat? I feel like that's a little bit off.
Are we talking like well, I guess it depends on the kind of cabbage. I mean, you could go with some of that stuff. Oh, what was it called? There's the sauerkraut, and that ain't bad. But there's this other stuff that I found. Where was it? It was real weird. Called Kim something Chi.
Oh, you mean that fancy chili cabbage?
Yeah, it has a real good spice, and that would go great with the boar meat.
All right, but yeah, she ain't been taking too long around here. I reckon, he looks at the sun. He's like, I figured maybe midday she'd be back with all the shopping.
Oh, and I found some new stuff. There was this one recipe I got, and it does something weird. Oh gosh, we learned it. I got the recipe from this traveling group, these merchants. It was real good. Give me a second. I cannot find the name of it. I am like desperately going through my notes. God, where is it?
Oh, the Emerald.
I don't remember the name. I know what you're talking about.
It was Crundle. It was called Crundle, Mastodon Crundle. And it's a weird recipe. It tastes different. and and I hand him some of the squash that are part of it. And you got to make it with this stuff, and if you do it just right, it's like, I don't know, it's real good, and it makes you feel all what did it do? Was it like temporary hit points or something that we got from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel a little more like invigorated, right? And you put it over rice.
Well, say, I think we've been looking for something new like that, and let's see, Kuron. I think I've heard about that. We don't come into port too often, but if you think you could spice it up, we could always use it here in our restaurant.
Well, I got some seeds too, so Mama could plant them in the herb garden, and y'all could keep going with it. I think just finding the mastodon might be a problem around here.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. We have a exotic meats group here. They serve a lot of stuff. I mean, remember that one time we tried that Diagator? Yeah, went such a hitch that the man went and found some more exotic meats.
That was pretty good. I feel like we could have done better if we had marinated it a bit longer, but it wasn't bad.
Well, if you say it's as good as it is, then who am I to doubt you? I mean, you did manage to get one of them Steel Skillet awards that you were rambling on about, right?
Shit. Is this a thing? Did I just forget something?
No, I make it up.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it's still hanging in my room, right?
Now, Papa, I thought part of the agreement was that you're going to make yourself into a, world-renowned chef, and that you were going to try to earn yourself a couple of steel skillets from renowned chefs around the world. How long you been gone?
Well, I mean, I guess it's getting a little close to a year. But some things happened, and I sort of got a bit sidetracked.
And at that moment, he approaches you very sternly and picks you up. Now, Papa, we had an agreement that you were going to try to make something of yourself, so I left, Ma and I a little bit short-staffed as of late.
But Papa, it's not. I mean, we're doing stuff. It's something. I think.
Your daughter is a part of something very big right now. She is helping us to. There's a some sort of rogue spirit on the loose, and our friends and I have making good use of Puppy's skill set in order to try and do some good in this world.
He has been a fantastic help, and not only that, her cooking is top-notch.
I say, still, ready for a light launch?
Okay.
He pretty much, you feel some Fey energy flows through his arms a little bit, and he kind of just throws you up in the air about, a good 30 feet.
What?
Poppy lets out a short, rabbit screech and does a couple of, rolls midair.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, before you even, fall more than 15 feet, you feel yourself slowing down with feather fall. You hear your pa call out to your Ma, what's the point of scaring her if you're just going to make it to where she don't even get afraid as she falls? Your ma, you see your ma, in the corner, just wave him off as she takes the sack of groceries inside the inn. As you slowly come down, your pop hatcher's like, "Look, Papa, I understand that there's stress in life, but don't let them derail your career. You got too much potential to just, be distracted all the time."
I am learning. I mean, I brought back recipes and seeds and I haven't given up. There's just, I mean, we sort of weren't even planning on being here. It just sort of happened. One second we were in this place, in this city where people ain't supposed to go, and then there was a cave in, and then there was a thing, and then a flash, and then we were here.
He rubs his chin. He's like, all right, go wash up and help Ma. You three out here, I'd like to have a word with you.
Poppy leans kind of close to Moreau and Creed. If you start seeing fur, run. And then Poppy dashes inside after her mom.
Yep. As soon as Poppy gets inside, Pa decides to quickly get to his hands and feet, and he's like, thank you for protecting my pretty Poppy. You have no idea how much I've missed her, and I always worry about her. She never rides Ma and I, and we have to go spend extra coinage on oracles just to make sure she's doing all right. Is she doing okay? Are you guys sure she's doing all right?
There's a lot of emotion going on right now, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But yes, we are making sure that she is safe.
She's also taking mighty fine care of us, too.
You see just a tear kind of just, you see tears well up in his eyes, and just, that one tear just kind of escapes, streaking down his cheek, across his, graying beard. It's like, he just takes a sniff. That's my girl. Thank you. She's doing her dad proud.
Pretty baby is just very confused, staring at the entire display. Y'all are nuttier than a pecan pie.
Oh, you're so precious. In fact, darling, you could say we're nuttier than two. Speaking of which,
Alrighty.
he pulls out a small piece of candy for pretty baby, and he's like, here, youngin, take this.
Yeah. Do you want some candy, little girl?
I will happily take the candy, damn it.
Man, we are gonna give you a severe case of beak rot.
Oh, don't. He's like, and the nice thing, it's nutritious. It's made up of various fruits. Ma and I had to come up with something creative for the kids to give them a treat without rotting their mouths. So it's like a blend of it's kind of like mashed up. It's kind of like mashed up fruits.
Is it those actual fruit, roll-up fruit roll-ups?
Kind of, yeah. It's like, they puree it and then kind of dry it out to where, it's still got enough to be chewable, but it's like, kind of like when you dry out various slices of
Yes.
Yeah.
Real fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, I guess we're back at letters. I keep forgetting that those were a thing. Good lord.
We're not that old. You need to calm down, sir.
Ah, not like I got to have them.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, while they're in cooking, is there anything that you could use help with?
Oh hell, man. He's like, you sir, you look like a man of fine repute. He sticks out his arms like, let me shake that your hand, sir.
Okay, I guess I'll give him a firm handshake. I'm assuming he's talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, firm
It ain't me.
handshake.
And as you do so, roll me a perception roll.
Sure. D&D Beyond is being very slow. That is a 13.
Yeah, you can tell that he's kind of judging your strength a little bit with that firm handshake. He's like, got a fine sword hand there, so.
Well, my precious blade here, yeah, I take pride in holding my own.
He kind of looks around and he's like, the youngin here, he points to pretty baby, he's like, the youngin here can just enjoy, he kind of jolts around. It's like he can see that there's a small, herb garden and a couple of, vegetable, raised bed vegetable plants and stuff. It's like the young'un can feel free to walk around and enjoy the outdoors. You gentlemen can feel at ease. Consider this your second home around here, and please enjoy, please enjoy yourself as, our guests. I'm just cleaning up, getting ready. I mean, got to set the lanterns and stuff for tonight. We usually have quite a bit of people around here to do business with.
Certainly. I don't really want to keep you hold up anything too much. I just appreciate all the nice hospitality you have.
Now, we pride ourselves on that, so you won't find a finer establishment for equal cost anywhere else. Even them fancy folks down the road don't even have as good as accommodations as ours.
Alrighty, Will. Shall we?
Yep.
Moreau would respond, except someone turned his computer off.
The cat.
Yes, the cat.
El Gato del Diablo.
The kitty cat.
See.
Does it dance, 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 and dance, dance, dance?
Alrighty.
God.
So,
Considering you're the youngest one here, I'm impressed that you actually know that.
What? I love that meme. I loved it so much.
You'd be surprised how many people don't know what that is.
So Poppy, as you go inside, kind of shaken up, you see your ma hanging out at the barkeep, just unloading groceries, and she's like, "Well, look who's finally home. How are you, dear?"
Well, pretty good, I guess. All sorts of crazy things happen, and then we sort of ended up here, well, by accident, but it's nice to be home. I miss you and Pops.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that, dear. Why haven't you wrote a letter or sent us any news? We've been quite worried about you. We haven't heard from you in some time.
Well, I've been traveling, and it's hard to keep in touch and everything. And then I was on the boat for a long time, and then almost as soon as I got off, I got mixed up in all this craziness stuff, and it's sort of been nonstop since then.
Well, I see. Well, it's good to see that you're in good shape. Hopefully Pa didn't give you too hard of a time.
It weren't so bad.
Yeah, I could tell he was holding back. Normally when he does those launches, you're usually 3 times as high in the air.
At least you were there this time. It always hurts trying to stick the landing, and I'm already, well, sort of not feeling too great. Better than my friends though. We sort of got stuck in a cave-in, and then there was this teleportation thing, and then we sort of ended up here after this person followed us and hired these people we'd met before to come and steal this thing we had and kill us.
Oh.
Not.
Well, I hope you don't get into too serious of a problem there. You gotta keep going. I mean, who's gonna take care of us when Pa and I retire, dear?
You don't gotta worry. It'll be all right. I mean, it's gotten a little hairy sometimes, but we pulled through mostly.
Harry.
Ah.
I almost said furry. I'm not gonna lie. I had to stop myself from making that joke.
Well, dear, you do know that, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but, the owner of the Herring Mongoose has stopped by, and since you haven't been around in a while, he assumed the worst, and, I really hope that, you at least come back and either visit us or at least send us some letter. He's been talking about buying us out, for the last few months now.
He just don't learn. I'm sorry. I'll try better, Ma.
Now, it's quite alright, dear. We just want to make sure you're doing alright. Get that beard isn't gonna be too much, darkened after another year at this rate. Fear that he's gonna have more silver more than anything.
Ma, there's something I think I ought to tell you. It's about Pa. Well, me, sorta. Well, you know how Pa changes when he gets real mad?
Oh, it happened last week when he accidentally stubbed his toe on a piece of firewood that he didn't see. What about it?
Well, it sort of started about a month ago. When I get mad, I sort of turn into a bear.
She drops the the knife she was holding. Say what again, dear? I'm sorry, my hearing going back. You said you changed?
I guess I got more of that in me than we thought, cause I get real big and my hair gets all stiff and rough and claws and teeth and then sometimes I sort of just sometimes it ain't so bad and I'm on all fours, but I sort of know who I am still. Other times, other times it's like all I see is red.
Oh. You might want to talk to Pa about that if you feel that you don't have a good handle on it. I swear, one time he did that in the middle of in the middle of a walk. Something stung him and he went all crazy. I had to give him a good thwomping on the head.
I just it's just been an adjustment, I guess. I didn't know that was something I could inherit.
Now, neither did I. Shucks. Well, just try not to go too crazy here, honey. We got guests to worry about. Last thing we need to have them do is worry that they could become part of the menu.
Well, I ain't mauled anyone I didn't want to maul yet, at least.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
That's probably for the best.
She's.
I didn't maul anyone I didn't want to maul yet.
Yes. So, bring home one of them steel skillets yet?
Not yet, Mama.
Oh.
But I did find this real neat new recipe. I told Pa all about it. It's a mastodon, which this sort of squash thing. It's kind of spicy and it goes over rice. It's real good, and when you eat it, it sort of makes you feel all warm inside and like I don't know, like you're a little more alive than usual.
Well, if you want to try it out, I'm always looking for a new special. Trying the spores meat with that kimchi stuff that we were always talking about.
The spicy kind, right? It's got to be the extra spicy stuff because otherwise the boar meat just overpowers it. It's a little gamey.
She takes out the jar in front of you, and just on look alone, it looks like it's has a deep fire in it.
Do you want some help making dinner? I can help while the others are talking and getting the rest.
Oh, sure, dear. I'd never say no to your help in the kitchen.
All right. Well, I feel like this is going on for a bit.
Yep.
I'm just gonna help her in the kitchen.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, you guys have time to relax and do stuff that you need to. So if there's anything that you don't want to, we can just go ahead and skip to the evening.
Okay.
And then Poppy, as you're cooking, you go ahead and make me a perception check.
What stat or not stat? But am I doing with this with vision or no vision?
With vision.
Okay. There's a stupid. Was it goggles that I have that do it? I
Yeah.
don't remember anymore.
Yes.
19.
All right. The bottle of kimchi that your mom has is by far not of ordinary means. Apparently, it has been even the spices have been actually increased due to some magic enhancements to it.
So it is a magically enhanced spice.
Yep.
You want spice? What's spice?
Are we making dragon's
spice?
breath chili at this point? Are we going to just randomly breathe fire on people?
I mean, it could. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you know that she bought a extremely hot brand that potentially could be making a show out of tonight's dine-in.
Mama, just as a thought,
It's okay, I'm cool.
we should probably stock some milk tonight. Might get a little extra coin out of people who are losing their taste buds. For those who can't handle the spice.
She goes, "What? What are you talking about?" She opens the jar up and takes a small spoon, then takes a small spoonful worth in her mouth, and she swishes around and swallows it. It's like, oh, it's got a little bit of a kick, dear, but it ain't terrible.
Not everyone can handle spice like we can, Mama.
Oh, nonsense! Why don't you call your friends in? I'm sure we can use them as taste testers.
Poppy pauses for a second and considers. Well, pretty baby's not a good idea. She's a little young for this sort of thing. All right. She goes out and calls for Moreau. Out of everyone that she wants to torment. She does not want to hurt Pretty Baby because Pretty Baby's a child.
Oh, look! Inside. I like inside where there's no sun.
Now, dear, it says here that Poppy says here that this may be too hard, and I disagree. I didn't even feel a kick to this. Would you mind having a spoonful of this dish here? And she points to the incredibly deep red looking cabbage.
Some sort of red vegetable. I'm sure it should be fine.
All right, go ahead and roll me a con save.
Oh, we knew this was coming. I was just thinking, like, okay, so does Moreau do spicy well? It's time for the dice to figure that out.
Natural 1, 10d10 fire damage.
It was almost a 1, but it's a 14.
Aww.
I mean, it's hot. Like, your mouth is raging, but it has a great enough taste to where, you're gonna be sweating for the next few minutes, but you can handle this. But it is scorching your mouth. Like, you're gonna be feeling this slight burn for at least, hour or two after you're done eating.
Seems fine.
You see, Poppy, nothing to worry about. Your friend handled it quite well.
Moreau, do you need some water?
Water's for the weak, right?
Well, I wasn't gonna say it.
It's fine.
All right. Well, since you like it so much, here you go. And I I go in and get him a nice giant heaping bowl.
Of course, this. Why would I not want to do more?
Alright, go ahead and do me another con saving throw, except -3 off of the results.
-3.
Yeah.
That'd be a 5.
Yeah, I mean, the first bite, okay, not a problem, but the second one just coats everything to a higher extent. You are desperately in need of some sort of liquid or cold to get your mouth back into some sort of working order.
Okay. No, everything is. No, it's. Excuse me for a moment. And I just collapse onto the ground. And I start prestidigitationing, like, towards my mouth, where you can just see, like waves of cold, like, going towards me.
Ray of frost in your mouth.
Prestidigitationing in your mouth. Got it.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Alright,
It's
Poppy.
been a few weeks, okay?
Alright, Poppy, I think you made your point. Oh, poor dear. She gets out she pulls out a ice cube, and the size of a small grapefruit sized rock, and it's like, you may wanna hold on to this, dear. She puts it right in front of Moreau.
I reach up weakly to grab it.
Alright, Poppy, if you wanna take this down a notch, I'll leave it to you.
It's not necessarily about taking it down a notch. Just gotta pair it with something a little less spicy, like a bit of cheese or something to cleanse the palate.
Cleansing the palate sounds nice.
Do you need me to heal you or something?
No.
Poppy just kind of steps over Moreau, who I assume is still on the ground,
Yes.
and gets to work.
Alright. So you guys, get to enjoy a nice culinary feast from, Poppy's, home inn with her and her mom cooking. You guys are, finally enjoying a, warm, hearty dinner that you've been missing out for a couple days. You're all able to get a good night's rest on top of that. Unless there's anything else, we'll just skip over to the next day.
I'm good with that.
Good.
Alright,
I'm good with that.
so you guys wake up the next morning fully
I'm gonna
rested.
take that long rest that comes with it.
Long rest? Excellent.
Long rest.
Hells yeah.
Alright, so I don't know what else we're doing today in D&D, but I almost assassinated Moreau, and I'm good with that.
You can call it a win.
It's all I've ever wanted.
Hey, Plenty Baby, show me what you have.
A knife! I just assumed that the rest of that night was spent trying to keep the kimchi away from Pretty Baby.
Can I make some kind of roll to see if I get it?
Yes, you can go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
Do I need to contest this in some fashion?
You could
boy.
you could do perception and visual base.
Alright, so let's see if Pretty Baby poisons herself. Wow. Okay, I rolled pretty bad.
Ooh, all right, we'll see Pretty Baby's sleight of hand.
I I rolled really bad too.
Okay. So yeah, you catch her in the middle of the night trying to sneak some of this stuff that almost took down Moreau.
I assume that, like, I just wake up in the middle of the night, follow her down there, and catch her with, like, have, like, an entire handful, like, a half an inch away from her beak.
You want some candy, little girl?
And from there, the idea of kimchi-flavored candy was born.
Oh god.
Extra spicy candy. Okay, maybe not kimchi-flavored. I think that would be horrendous. Maybe, like, extra
Yeah.
spicy cinnamon. Extra spicy cinnamon. We'll just go with that. I know that already exists. It's a thing.
Not magically spicy cinnamon.
That's true. So magically spicy cinnamon.
Alright, so it's the next morning. You guys are waking up. You see, Ma in the back, getting to just making some, some slices of ham and some eggs out there with some arrangements of cut fruit and warm bread. So, they offer you, breakfast. And since you guys are guests, you guys don't have to worry about it. The cost. And
Poppy, from her personal inventory, though, Poppy is still gonna give what she has, which is a whole 7 gold. So Poppy gives 7 gold to her parents.
okay.
All right. So what is our plan from here?
Well, there was that place that the question was from. Out of everybody we spoke to, she seemed to be the least evil.
I was about to say least murdery.
Are you guys referencing the Cobalt Soul stuff?
I think so. I mean, we never got to tell her about her friends, did we?
No, we did not. We kind of got earthquaked into a hole and then had to leave.
Well, we could find the Cobalt Soul here and let them know about what we found from their expedition, and maybe they can tell her what happened.
Perhaps.
I'd also like to check and see if what we went through there was fruitful in any way, shape, or form. I feel like we went through a lot. I was hoping maybe we stopped what was happening.
You mean the attacks on the city?
Yeah. That'd be what I'm
In
referencing.
Basazan?
Yes.
It's always been like that. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
Well, there was that sort of blood ritual thing.
I'm just saying. I'd like to know if anything's changed. That's all I'm saying. Might be able to find out if we talk to the Cobalt Soul people.
Maybe.
Alright, using your handy-dandy map of the city with the extra information along with it, you know that the main headquarters of the Library of the Cobalt Soul is based at the Temple of the Mentor, which is in the Guided District. So, right down there. So, just southeast of your
Okay.
location.
Alright, let's head to the Cobalt Soul Library.
All right.
Alright, so we will head to the Guided District. Alright, so the Guided District contains several houses of worship, with each of the prime deities represented. The district's architecture is more ornamental than any other areas of the city. Many temples are adorned with intricate mosaics and crowned by minarets with gilded spires. Alright, as you guys get close to the Temple of the Mentor, a ceramic mosaic of 3 open eyes framed in cobalt blue crowns the entrance to the Temple of the Mentor. Dedicated to... let me look this up. I think it's Ioun.
Ioun.
Ioun, there you go. Oh, is that not in my... Oh no, that wasn't even in my pronunciation guide. Weird. Okay.
Or pronunciation goid.
The temple is more a library than a hall of worship, as it doubles as the base of operation for the Marquesian branch of the Library of the Cobalt Souls. Shelves line the walls of the temporary sanctuary, and all filled near to capacity with meticulously cataloged tomes, scrolls, and periodicals that are available for public inspection. Staircases lead up from the sanctuary to the resident apartments and the scriptorium, and up farther to the quarters of the Cobalt Souls' higher-ranking members. Stairs lead down from the sanctuary to a locked door opened by a key held by only select individuals and the Cobalt Souls' High Curator. Behind the door is the Cobalt Souls' vast subterranean archive, containing all sorts of esoteric knowledge that is purposely kept away from the public. You see, moving around the interior is a sardonic monk named Iwo Zalari, who is a half-orc. He oversees all visitors to the public archives and registers all requests for access to the private archive. He is sitting in a very large fine wood desk at the front and currently dealing with a small line in front and checking requests of the visitors.
I don't like waiting in lines.
Well, we don't want to make enemies right away, do we?
No.
Yeah, I'm not really fond of waiting in lines either, but again, we're trying to find stuff out, not barge our way in.
The line moves pretty quickly, and in about 20 minutes worth of time, you end up in front of him. He's like, "Well, welcome to the Temple of the Mentor. My name is Iwo. How can I assist you today?"
Hello, good sir. First off, sorry, this is a character. I cannot see where I wrote down who the Cobalt Soul person that we were supposed to talk to, their name was.
Question.
The person we had spoken to was Question.
Question. Okay, it was Question. That's why. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Yes, sir. First off, have you heard from Question lately?
Oh, you know Question? Yeah, she made a report from Bazazan, I'd say about an hour before I started my shift.
Oh, that's convenient.
Small world, I suppose.
Yes, well, she tasked us with trying to find a missing group of Cobalt Soul, and we came across them, but we were not able to inform her of their fate.
Oh, give me 1 second here. He pulls out a stone. Question, this is Iwo. I have some fellows here that say that you're... What are you, associates? Associates of you?
Acquaintances?
Acquaintances, I would say, is probably the best description.
You hear Question's voice. Well, oh, are they dead? We thought that they were dead.
We kind of had to make an expeditious retreat and shoot out of there because things kind of collapsed on us. So, yeah, we're here now, and we want to let you know the group that you were looking for, they did not make it, sadly.
As soon as you say that, you see a teleportation circle pop up behind Iwo, and Question emerges. Like, can you say that again? Are you saying that my colleagues are dead?
Regrettably so.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Iwo kind of stands up, pats her on the shoulders. Question, you probably should get some rest. This probably is a lot from you. And reluctantly, Question, not just like, please treat them well. They have done us a huge service. And she walks away, mournful, towards the living quarters. So, what brings you to the temple? I'm sure, was that all that you were here for?
Actually, we are also in seek of some knowledge, but it's, I don't know, we're trying to find stuff that's not really known about. I know it sounds kind of shady. I don't mean it like that. We're looking for an underwater temple. We're trying to find some stuff, and I don't know, maybe you guys might have some info on that.
Ah, yes, you've come to the right spot. As you can tell, we have organized records and transcribing notes from expeditions and the like. I mean, you're more than welcome to look at the public stuff here. I'm sure there might be something about that. He kind of gestures around him, and you can kind of see that it's a wide, you know, kind of go, well, yeah, this is, if there's going to be any place, I mean, this huge library probably would be a spot for it.
Alright, I guess it's time for us to do some research.
Agreed. There's not anything else that we're forgetting, right? Like, I don't see anything in my notes, but I want to make sure before we just start looking, leave everything else. You guys don't remember anything?
I don't think so.
I just was making sure, because I know I'm still learning how to try and take good notes, and it's sometimes sloppy.
Well, and to be fair, this campaign doesn't do a good job on just cashing out a ton of details for you guys either.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess then we are going to start digging for info on what we know of as far as sunken temples and the landmark stuff that we know of.
Yep. And anything about this bloke, Sterian? Something like that?
Oh, the
Probably.
Apotheon. Oh, the
Okay.
Apotheon and
Yeah.
Apotheon and Alaxian. There you go. That's the
Alaxian, yeah. Those are the... See if I can find anything about them.
All right.
Apotheon and locations of Kael Morrow, right?
Locations of Kael Morrow.
Did we say that? Did I just like not hear that part?
No, the Kelmoro, Apotheon, and then Alaxian was the other name from the vision that you guys had last session.
So who's helping me?
I can
I will.
help.
I
Oh,
will
there we go.
gladly... Wait,
I will give you guidance.
Ooh.
I will be physically trying to find you books. It might just be me handing you all of the pretty books I see, but
I imagine that by help, what's really happening is that Pretty Baby is just bringing you every book in the library that looks fancy, and Creed and I are literally just trying to run around and put the books back.
I'm trying to direct you for what books to look for, what kind of things are like going for. No, don't go into the self-help area.
No,
Use
no,
more histories.
Pretty Baby, that spot's for adults only.
Oh.
adults only.
Here, you want some candy, little girl? Just leave that area alone.
So let's check biographies. Anything from pre-calamity to during the calamity. Look for some things like that.
also note we probably want to try and also be looking for stuff involving the pendant in case there's something extra here.
Right, the jewel, right?
Yes. Jewel of the Three Prayers.
Alright, so Creed and whoever else is searching, you guys can either roll me a religion check, you guys can roll me a history check, depending on what you're better in, and investigation would be the other one that would be applicable here. So history, investigation, and religion would be whatever was your highest. You guys can roll that to help you get more information.
I am just giving guidance to people. I am not good at any of this.
So investigation.
I will
Guidance.
give him advantage.
So
And I
Help.
guess I will guidance myself and go for a history roll.
rolled like shit. 19.
17.
Okay, so those two rolls are good enough to give you this. There's no mention directly of a pre-calamity or Apotheon or Alexion or anything like that, but it does make note of several texts that you guys haven't been able to find in the public section of here. You know that the books exist because there's references to them in the few that you did seek out.
Do we have name references of them?
Yeah.
No, they're just generic references though. So like, for example, it's like, hey, this book says refer to book A of this section. You go there and there's not a book A in that section in this particular part. And same thing, it's like, hey, refer to this guy's recording of the histories of this period, and you go try to find it, and it's not there. But there are obvious references to like a couple of tomes that you guys aren't able to locate here in the public section.
Alright,
Um,
I'll go find the orc guy again.
yeah, I was gonna do the same thing. So go ahead.
Yeah, you find him back at the desk.
There are lots of books that seem to be missing from the archives. We were looking for information, and it said to go to these certain areas in the stacks, and they weren't even there. So, what's going on?
He takes a look over what you see. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize for the inconvenience, sure, but only members of the Cobalt Soul are permitted to access the private archives where these books are found.
I see. Excuse me a moment. I need to go find my good friend Question again.
Yeah, you kind of see her moping at next to a stack of books, and you can kind of see that she's kind of lost in thought, even though she has a book in front of her.
Excuse me, Question. I know that this is a difficult time for you, but your friends and the information they were looking for, seems to be contained in these books in the archive that unfortunately we do not have access to. Is there any way you would be able to help us with getting what we need?
Oh, I deeply apologize. You seem to be looking for something that I cannot help you with. You see, we can't take these books out of the private collection. You have to go in, and unfortunately, only members are allowed in.
Is
Right,
there
but
something that we could do to see them?
Well, you can always join the organization. They're always looking for volunteers.
Is that our only course of action?
See, unfortunately, nothing can come out. If you try to take like an etching or a rubbing or even try to transcribe it, that information is lost as soon as you exit the area. Even trying to memorize information from the text is very difficult, as your mind gets blurred as you come out of there.
I see.
And the only way to alleviate this is to join the Cobalt Soul?
Indeed.
And I guess why would we want to join the Cobalt Soul?
Well, you see, joining the Cobalt Soul is a very great endeavor in itself. We were founded centuries ago before any nations that current wage war were born. And, we stood strong against conflict, propaganda. It's a noble cause, and we span it across the world. If you were to join us, it'd be very much a great boon. As you can tell, we, try to replenish the ranks around here. After seeing what you saw, you know how quickly a life can end.
Yeah, perhaps we should discuss this. Think about it a little bit before we just hop into something. That being
So there is
said-
absolutely,
Okay.
sorry, out of character, there is absolutely no way to get any information we find out of there.
Right.
Heist?
And what exactly does the Cobalt Soul do?
Well, our mission is to ensure that we root out the evils in the world, especially here, particularly the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream, which I'm sure you're familiar with, tried to wield magic weapons in some strange manner. We want to make sure that that does not fall into the wrong hands. So we make an odd mission to ensure that, we preserve knowledge and at the same time prevent that knowledge from falling into the wrong hands.
And how do you guys go about preventing that?
Oh, we have various
No
groups.
offense, that just the last group that we saw of yours that tried to do this did not fare so well.
Yes, unfortunately, those initiates were not exactly the cream of the crop. We quite sadly underestimated how difficult it would be to navigate the Betrayer's Rise.
Well, what do you guys think? I feel like pretty clearly we have the answer on the other side.
I mean, like joining things. I mean, don't that take learning and testing and stuff?
Oh no, we maybe an academic group, but we actually hold achievements in higher esteem than anything else. Prove yourself by taking on the tasks that our order asks of you, and we will appraise them. And if you do extremely well, then we'll bring you in as librarian. We'll initiate you as what we call librarians, and you'll have free access to even the most private selections.
I mean, not to really toot our own horn, but we already did navigate the Betrayer's Rise and find out what happened to the other group. Does that not count for anything?
Well, it at least allows you to join without having to stay by and do a character examination and spend weeks, getting your information verified. I'll vouch for you on that. So I've already fast-tracked you to the point where you can carry on missions in the name of the Cobalt Soul, at least. Normally, it's weeks of processing that you would have to go through.
Convenient.
This does seem to be the only lead that we've been able to come across.
What do you guys think? Like, I don't really know where else to go from here. Do you know of any other places around here, Poppy, that might be able to entertain some of this? Maybe help us out. Have some knowledge.
Poppy, you
Do
can,
I?
well, you can roll with advantage since you have the local know-how.
History?
Yep, with advantage.
Guidance.
Can I get guidance on that?
Yeah, guidance.
Okay. 23.
So you know that out of the three major factions here, the Cobalt Soul is just one of three. You know that there's also the Allegiance of Allsight that are also, those who try to do something similar. They're an academic collective that's known across Marquette, and the original members came to Ank'Harel from across the continent to rebuild the academic tradition that once defined, the ancient elves and orcs. So they might have some information there. But you know that they too have a slightly different recruitment tactic. You actually have to be referred to by an active member to even get a interview to there. And the third group that you could, which probably is not going to be your favorite, but they are an option, is that the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream, which you've had a run-in with, will also take in people to join them as well. So those are your three.
Oh, the dude who got us locked in this place.
The dude that knocked the whole thing down.
Juan
Like,
Sanchez favorite group, yeah.
So I'm gonna vote no against the consortium, was it?
Yep.
And the other place, we don't exactly have an inn. Unless somebody knows somebody.
I know you.
So if you do not know anybody, then we do not.
I ain't nobody in this city. I'm the kid of a couple of tavern owners. I got nothing. I can tell you the cheapest place to buy squash, if that ever helps.
So then maybe our proposal to join the order would be our fast track? I don't know.
All right. Well, since this is where the information is, question: what do we need to do in order to be able to get in access to the library?
Well, all you have to do is you must go and speak to Iwo. He will give you a mission to accomplish, and I'm sure after one or two, he may, and depending on where they go, that will probably be more than enough to get you into our how I put it, our order.
Yay.
All right. Unopposed?
Sure. It's not like, there's any sense of urgency or nothing.
Well, then I suppose we should probably try to expedite these tasks. Unless you've got a better idea, because I have nothing. Look, I haven't heard of anything that could help otherwise, or a way to get in anywhere, right? Like,
No, I don't think so. So I guess this is it.
Okay, gotta go talk to Iwo.
Yep.
yep.
Yup.
What can I help you with your? Sorry, how can I help you find folks today?
We would love to try and join your wonderful establishment.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, I'll save you the paperwork because, no point in signing if you don't like the way our order does things. I completely understand, but I have this, he kind of fumbles through things like, here we go. Our investigators report that a man is likely to be a cultist of Zahir, the cloaked serpent, one of the betrayer gods. Your orders are just to follow him back to his home and without causing a scene, find out why he's here. If he's to cause trouble, apprehend him and turn him over to the hands of Ord. Report back to me when you're done. I'll put that in the campaign info.
Yes, please. Out of curiosity, why are you wanting to know about said fellow?
Kind of takes you over and points down. You see that fellow down there? It's the pale wizard wearing the academic robes. He has numerous body piercings. And he has a staff topped with a carving of a snake's head. Now look, we don't take... So, Poppy, if you want to, you can go and roll me a history check one more time to answer Creed's question if you like.
Straight roll?
You get advantage.
$16?
Okay. So, Poppy, you know from living here that the worship of all prime deities is welcome in Ank'Harel. However, any worship of the betrayer gods, when such an activity is discovered, is punished on a case-by-case basis depending on the nature. Someone in possession of forbidden iconography is typically sentenced to a few weeks imprisonment, but someone who conducts rites dedicated to a betrayer god is treated more severely. So, he basically thinks that this guy is this guy worships a betrayer god, which you know here in your hometown is not allowed.
Okay, I repeat that.
Yeah, Iwo kind of just... Iwo beckons you for it's like, yes, we take things very seriously as to avoid incidents.
Okay.
Okay, so what should we do? Go around and rough him up?
Oh, no. Just follow him back and just find out, and if you can't find out why he's here. No need to rough him up if you need to. Now, if it comes to that, please take him in alive, because we do need to have some questions answered.
Okay, so the guy that you pointed at was the one that we're supposed to follow?
Yep. Let me go ahead and give you a description. Alright, so yeah, it's a wizard with numerous body piercings, and he has a staff topped with a carving of a snake's head.
Okay.
I guess we're trying to follow him then.
I can go ahead and tail him if you want.
I was gonna say I am not great at being quiet and all that, so maybe we should pick a meeting point before we head out.
Yes, it's probably for the best. I think Putty Baby and I should be able to tail him fairly easily.
Do we have any way to contact each other? So I don't have squat.
Well, I mean, there's a thing I can do that would help blend us in if we don't want to split up.
I reckon I haven't seen that yet.
Y'all just gotta stay a little close to me, and it'll last for about an hour.
Alright. And I can definitely increase somebody's ability to stay stealthy, but I don't know if we want to use that on someone who is already being sneaky or somebody who is just bad at it.
Make up for the weakness or buff the strong.
I feel like it should probably go to make up for the weakness in this case.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, so I'm gonna go with that.
I think he means he's got something that'll make you clang a little less.
Well-
I gathered that part. I just mean I don't know what that is. My clanging is very clangy, you know.
Yes, but if they can't see you, then what is it that clangs?
That is a fair point.
This is true.
Alternatively, I could just send my raven.
Weird.
Would that be easier? Actually, when the hell did you get a raven?
She's been here the whole time.
Yes, she has.
Her name's Jolie, right?
Oh
Jolie.
yeah.
Everybody loves her.
I just have forgot. My apologies. I forgot the
Nice.
whole PB&J conversation. Well, maybe we should opt for that. I feel like that might be less obvious.
Sure. Dude, guys still just hanging out in the library?
Yeah, he's just kind of, waiting to determine what you guys are going to do.
He's waiting for us to accept the mission.
Yeah.
Oh, is this what we're gonna do?
I can just, I can cast invisibility on my familiar and have her tail him from the sky, and
Can I cast guidance on the bird? Would that work? Isn't there
Guidance
limit on
only
guidance?
lasts a certain amount of time.
as like a minute.
1 minute, yeah. I just saw it.
I think I'm regretting not taking enhanced ability.
But we could
Oh,
like
alright.
keep a distance a ways back.
So, watch him from a distance. So does this mean we don't want my pass without a trace?
I think it's probably better if we just like follow him, all of us, because if anybody gets into any shit, then
So, are you gonna need help with anything? I mean, I'm assuming I don't know how your Raven thing works. Like, I don't know if you magically just like follow him or.
I'm just gonna have my Raven try and I'm gonna cast invisibility on the Raven and try to just have the Raven follow him. I'm not gonna like use his eyes or anything, her eyes. And we just keep our distance and trail from behind. Have Pretty Baby take point, and I'll be second, and we'll all follow like 20 feet behind one another, so that way we're not like.
If we do that, then pass without a trace will not reach.
Well, then 10 feet.
Oh wait, no. Well, as long as we are all within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Pretty
That's
Baby,
fine.
then 10 feet, then me, then 10 feet, then Poppy, and then
Bringing up the rear's creed.
I'll
Yeah.
hold up the rear.
so that way Clanky doesn't clank into things
Fair enough. All right, pass without a trace, cast.
as he goes to leave.
Yes. Because we have now accepted the mission and made our plan, he will now, mechanically stand up and leave.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Alright, so as soon as he has subdivision, no more than about 5 minutes after the effect of just watching him, he swears in some indescribable, rumbling and picks up his staff and heads out and hails a carriage that picks him up and heads out.
We didn't say anything about carriages. Alright. I'm going to use the Jewel of Three Pairs to cast invisibility on Jolie, and I'm going to have Jolie land on the carriage and just tell her to follow him.
Okay. Yeah, because your bird doesn't really have your raven doesn't actually have a minimal distance that they have to stay attached to, do they?
No, I mean, it's just a bird doing its thing. It has to be within 100 feet of me to communicate with me telepathically, or for me to be able to start using my familiar's eyes or hear what it hears.
Okay.
But, like, she can go and, like, follow, and once she finds out where he is, she can just come back to me.
Okay. Yeah, about. Let's see here. What's the average carriage speed?
How busy are the streets?
They're pretty busy.
It's pretty busy, then carriage probably isn't able to go that fast, and we can kind of keep up? Or nah?
I mean, they'll still move. I'm just trying to figure out what's the average move for carriages right now. Doesn't really say, does it? I mean, you guys aren't going to be able to keep up on foot, because it's drawn by at least 2 horses, so. But, I mean, it doesn't take too long for the, within about half an hour, the bird comes back.
Okay, I have a question then.
Sure.
Just gonna throw this out there. But a grown man, a stick figure of a drow, and a baby. Can a single horse carry that?
I mean, it's just a matter of space on the horse at this point. I mean,
Or could we hail another carriage?
you guys can hail another carriage, but it will cost you 2 silver pieces per rider.
Okay. Less than a gold.
Alright, we will just hail another carriage and tell it to follow. And because I passed without a trace on, we are apparently a stealthy carriage.
All right.
All hail the carriage.
All hail carriage. All right. So as you guys hail another carriage, driver kind of gives you 1 silver and just nods you over.
It was 8 silver.
Yeah, 8 silver.
All right, updated.
Yeah, you get a nice tour through the Gilded area and parts of the river, and then you finally end up in the... Oh, wrong button. You guys end up in the Sigil District. I'll give you a quick rundown of the Sigil District. The Sigil District is one of the smaller districts in the town, but it's also one of the busiest. People from across the city commute here every day to study at the district's various centers of learning. From basic skills and trades to the most esoteric arcane ideals, various intellectuals pursuits are represented in the district. Alright, so I pray that this will actually work. If not, I'm going to freaking scream. It's time to change map to the Sigil District. Streets of the Sigil District. Hey, it worked. Look at that. All right. Let me just double check. Scrolls Alcove. Okay, so S5. S5 is where the apartment building is currently located. You see the person of interest exit the carriage and moves into his lodgings.
So we see where his
Yeah, he goes through the front entrance. Yeah, he's greeted by the doorman, and then you guys kind of lose him as soon as the door closes.
So this is like apartments or something?
Yeah, it's apartments.
Is it like his apartment or
From what the guide tells you,
like an apartment building with like a doorman?
yeah, it's an apartment building doorman. According to the guide, it's mostly used by professors at various places and visiting guest lecturers. So this place is kind of for the intellectuals who are here.
Okay. So go up to the doorman and say, "I'm sorry, I just missed my friend here who just went into the just came into the building. The dear old friend of mine, Lauren."
He kind of like blinks at you, going, sorry, say that again."
Sorry, this my friend, he just came in the door just a few moments ago, and he came in, and I didn't see which way he went, and I saw, and he and I were supposed to be having a meeting. If you could help me out a little bit, I'm sorry, it's a little confusing. New to the city, as you can tell from the accent.
Oh, give me 1 second here. He knocks on the door behind him. It has one of those sliding panels, and he's like, this guy says he's with Lauren Ophidis. Says he has a meeting. You know anything about that? He checks the list. He's like, not on the list. He looks at you. He's like, no scheduled appointment with the mage. Sure at the right spot?
Well, I thought I was. I just saw him walk into the building, but
Fortunately, our policy is not to allow anyone in without express permission, so Unfortunately, you'll have to wait for him to exit or meet him at different locations. I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Do we not? Is there any way you could check with him and see if he could give express permission?
He taps on the door again and goes, can you run up there? You see another gentleman kind of eye you up and down and shuts the panel. He's like, one moment, please. About a minute later, he comes down, opens the door.
I'm casing the joint, seeing if I can clock any other like entrances or things like that.
I mean, you can see that there's windows on the ground floor that, are kind of stained glass. They have a little bit of iron on them, but outside of that, it seems like they've got I wouldn't say they got locked down, but it seems like they've got the entrances at least somewhat secured with at least someone lying on them. The guy comes down and he's like, name? Points to you, Moreau.
My name is Bentley Holbrook. I'm coming with some information from all the way in Wildmount. I have information that he would probably want.
He writes it all down. It's like, another moment. He heads back up. He gets behind the door. About a minute or two later, comes back down. He's like, says never heard of you.
Okay. Well, can I leave a message with you then?
They look at each other. All right.
Okay. Well, tell him I shall be in the neighborhood for the next hour or so, and that the Great Serpent is always watching.
They kind of look at you and kind of at that last part. It's like, right. Anything else?
Yeah, that should be all. Alright. Let us be on our way then, since there's nothing else to be done here. And I'm gonna start walking down the street.
Okay. Alright, so how are you guys positioned on the street then?
I didn't even know we went up all with you. I thought we were off to the side.
Oh no, you guys were, but I'm kind of curious to see where you guys are at now.
Are there any benches, or are there any like market stalls, or what's around us?
So, what's around the general area here? Oh, so S1 is good lord, where is S1? Oh, on the way other side. So, see the atrium over here. These two S2s are teleportation circles. S3 is the Frog and Kebab, which is a tavern.
Frog and kebab.
Yep. S4 says it's the Emerald Ibis Relic Hall. S5 is where you guys are at. S6 is the Librams, which is a library, and so S7 is the, I'm gonna mess this up, Boughs, B-O-U-G-H-S, is that right?
Bows.
Boughs, the boughs of the Wild Mother. It's basically the courtyard's giant sycamore tree during the day. So, I mean, I would say if anything, this probably has some outdoor seating, if anything, out here.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if there were like benches along the street or anything like that.
Probably not. It looks like they kind of have more of a commercial area than anything. Except for
I'd
S7.
probably be leaning up against the wall, like right over here, just not being, kind of doing my own thing.
Okay.
You said like over there?
Yeah, like right. I'd probably be up against this building, just kind of hanging out. There's nobody like out in front or anything, is there?
Yeah, you see a couple people walking in and out of that area, but no one's giving you any flack for just kind of leaning up against the wall.
What are these like green
Trees.
bits? Trees? Okay, Poppy is probably just like lounging under a tree then. Keeping an eye on the front, lounging under a tree.
We case in the joint. How tall is the building?
Well, I'll probably say about 5 or 6 stories tall.
That's a really tall building.
Well, I'm going to send my Raven to go and like look in the fly around the building, looking in windows, see if we can find where this guy's house or home might be. And I'm going to try and make myself scarce.
Okay. Alright, pretty baby, where are you gonna be at?
I guess I'll be with Poppy for now.
I will probably try to find a really out of the way place.
Okay.
See if I can find break line of sight of all of the people, and once I can do that, I will cast disguise self on myself to look kind of like more of your run of the mill Marquesian wear, but kind of but looking more humanly and I don't know, slimy. Gaunt, sunken in features and just kind of balding pate.
Okay.
With a hood just to cover up over the sun.
All right.
And yeah, then we'll start casing the joint.
Alrighty. So, when you say case around the point, are you kind of saying that you're going to be moving around it, or are you saying from a position, a vantage point somewhere, or?
Well, I'm going to go around the corner and try and find a spot where it's super empty and do the disguise self.
Okay.
And then I'll walk in front of the building just slowly to try and leisurely in order to see if the seed I laid, the seed I planted bears fruit. And if not, I might try and lounge underneath a different tree or separate area.
Okay. Alright, so nothing really happens for the duration of the day. However, when it comes down to after the sun sets, I need you all to roll me a perception check.
Vision.
Yep, vision.
Sun up or no?
Nope, sun's down.
Oh, so am I doing this in low light?
Yeah, because we only got no, actually, you guys, it's a well-lit area. I mean, they've got lamps on the streets.
I was gonna say it literally doesn't matter because I just rolled 2 17s. So 25.
I just have disadvantage in the sun.
And I have disadvantage and not the sun. Except this is well lit, so it doesn't matter.
Alright. Poppy, as you and Pretty Baby are sitting up front, finally, after hours of waiting, you see one of the guardsmen kind of getting flustered quite a bit by another one that comes out the door, and he shakes his head. He's like, well, where the hell am I going to get a carriage at this hour? He swears, and then he starts, he tells the other guy, alright, stay here, be right back, and you kind of see him kind of moving, trying to hail he kind of heads up this way, trying to find a carriage.
This is a guard, or
Yeah, one of the doormen.
but there's still another doorman.
Yep.
So did Jolie have any luck finding the guy in any of the windows?
Unfortunately, most of the windows are pretty opaque, so it was kind of hard to make out anything but just a couple of shapes and shadows for the most part.
Okay, well, I look at Pretty Baby and tell her to go find Moreau and let him know that one of the guards left.
I will go in search of Moreau. I get very confused because Moreau does not look like Moreau.
Well, at some point I would have had to have stopped, or I would just have dropped the disguise because apparently it's been hours and hours, and I'm not going to keep it up every
Yeah,
single hour.
same with the pass without a trace like that.
Yeah.
Did very little.
Well, if there's still somebody guarding the entrance, it's not like we can barge in the place and just like burn the place down. That's not what we're here to do.
Are we all grouped up at this point, or am I still on guard?
It's up to you. I mean, it's been hours and hours, so it's up to you.
Sure, I'll join you guys, I guess.
Is Moreau still separated? I mean, can't stay in there forever, right?
I don't know.
Do
We don't know what kind of
even
supplies he
know
has.
what this place is?
It's an apartment building.
Are we sure about that? Doesn't look like any apartment I've ever seen. But yes, no.
I don't know. You know what I know.
He went in there, he ain't come out. That's all we know.
Well, I'm just saying it might do us some good to actually know what this place is. Perhaps we could find out, and also what was with that gentleman running off.
He said he needed to go find a carriage. So, unless one of y'all got a carriage in your back pocket, I ain't got any idea how we're supposed to get in there.
Well, doesn't necessarily say that we have to go in there. We just have to figure out what he's doing.
Which we can't do unless we go in there, because Jolie can't see through none of the windows.
But he'll have to come out of it. I know it's been hours, I understand.
Which I literally just said.
In Jolie's trips around the building and all that stuff, is there any sort of like entrance or anything from the roof?
There is a couple of small openings for like how I put it, like you know how they have people have like those patios on the roofs and stuff. I mean, there's a few of those with an entrance that leads into the building.
Alright. Well, I could turn into a bug and fly up there and go looking for him door to door. And hope nobody squashes me.
That would be awkward, wouldn't it?
Probably, because then they'd have a full-size bunny girl sitting in their living room.
Well, I could get somebody else to accompany you.
How?
Have my ways.
Well, then I could have a full-size bunny girl and a full-size somebody else sitting in their living room.
And who do you propose the other person is?
I mean, sort of thing. Like, I don't want you using up all your magic here and now. We might need it getting in there if I can figure out which apartment is his.
Well, don't we just need to figure out what he's up to? Not so much like in Kent. Basically, what I'm saying is, if we find out he's doing okay, like there's nothing going on, we're all right. It's just a matter of figuring out what he's doing.
Right, but we need to talk to him about that, and he is under no real compulsion to tell us the truth.
Alright, so what I'm thinking here is, right? Oh, what time is it now?
It's just right after, probably like maybe 30 minutes after sunset.
Alright, so what I'm thinking is, right, we just wait until like midnight, and then I sneak in there as a fly or something. I go looking for whatever apartment is in, and when I find it, I will look around a bit, and then I will come back out and let y'all know. Or I could open up a window from the inside and throw out a rope or something. I mean, do the windows look openable?
Yeah, they look like they can be opened.
So when he's asleep, I go in, I open a window, and let y'all in.
But this building's 6 stories tall, and we don't even know. We have no idea where his home might be, so that might be a lot of searching.
Well, I can be a fly on the wall for about 3 hours. And if need be, I can be a fly on the wall again for another 3 hours.
I suppose it's worth a try. I can't do squat.
I mean, it's better than us just sitting out here doing nothing. Unless y'all got a plan, I'm open to whatever suggestion we got.
I mean, the best I got is knock the door down and start whacking faces. And I feel like that would not be what we're looking to do. So
That would
They
might put a
very
little bit
specially
more
said
heat.
without making a ruckus.
yeah, that's why I said that's why I don't think we want to do that.
I will encode thoughts a image of the little black spy sneaking around and just point at myself. That's all pretty he's got. She don't have many ideas.
So yeah, I think that's probably our best bet. Can you be quiet while you're a bug?
I mean, I will be a bug, so I mean, I'll be as quiet as a bug can be.
I guess let's do it. Do you have rope with you?
Do I have enough rope to drop down a thing for 6 stories? How tall is a 6-story building?
50 foot would cover roughly 3. Maybe 4, depending on how tall they are. Average story, I would say, is like a 12 feet ish.
So I have 50 feet of rope. If someone else can lend me another 50 feet, we can make it work.
I mean, it says here that the average height of a 6-story building is about roughly 60 feet, so.
And okay.
Still more than 50 feet. We'll probably need more.
Yep. So does someone else have a coil of rope?
Sure, you can have my coil of rope.
All right. So I have 2 coils of hempen rope, right? All right. So I got 2 coils of rope, and I'm gonna go in there and do this. So I'm going to turn into a fly up to the roof, and crawl in through one of the openings you said there were.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I can't turn into something that flies yet. Something that crawls. Forgot about that.
Not gonna finish that word.
What? What now?
Just something that can crawl up holes.
Okay. So, yeah.
What are you gonna be that crawls up walls?
I don't know, I'm looking through stuff.
Pretty sure I know what he was trying to say.
I'm
I
sure
guess-
you do.
I guess I'm gonna do spider.
Hmm.
You heard it here, folks.
I don't have a lot of options, okay? It's not like I want to be. If you would let me be like a miniature, like, lizard thing, which is a thing, there are lizards that are like the size of your fucking, like, fingertip, but they don't exist in D&D Beyond, so I'm a fucking spider.
Fucking fuck.
And I hate the fact that it's now on my wild shape list with a fucking picture, okay? It's fucking giving me the heebie-jeebies, so let's get this fucking over with. Fucking fuck. Hate spiders. Ugh. Hate bugs. So let's get this over with. Yes, let us all mock my phobia. Get it out
Sorry.
now, guys.
At
No.
least you didn't have a spider in your shoe at work the other day.
I did not, but I did wake up to a spider about 2.5 feet away from my head yesterday.
Oof.
So that's fun. It was not a small spider.
All right,
That
let's
was
move this
very
along.
angry.
All right. Okay.
Let's-
Ooh.
Okay. Without spending much time, yeah, within a few minutes, you're able to crawl up and get out of spider form.
Oh no, I'm staying in spider form to go door to door, like to
Oh.
peer through people's apartments. I'm not
She's
gonna
sneaking
walk
through
around in a
there.
rabbit.
As a spider.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was just gonna try to make that as
Want to anger the guards.
Yeah, actually, as you get inside, Poppy, you notice that there's actually no one patrolling the halls. It's actually pretty quiet. I mean, you see people coming and going, but you actually don't see, anyone, any security on the floor that you're on.
All right, so I'm gonna start sneaking into people's apartments and, I guess, checking to see. I'm looking for the sleeping people. I am going to go around, look for the sleeping people, and see which one is the guy that we're looking for. Giving myself the fucking creeps. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
I'm sorry. All right.
Just remember, you're a stuttering bunny, not a spider.
Let's just stop using the S word. We're
Uh,
gonna call it the sneaky form, and that's just what it's gonna be now.
Yep, the sneak form. So in the sneak form, you're able to, move around. Go and roll me an investigation.
Oh god, investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. This is where it all goes wrong. 12.
I mean, you kind of get a feeling. I mean, you're able to kind of peruse and, some of the doors, and you kind of find that it's just a bunch of, older scholars just kind of penning stuff, but not the one that you're looking for. Instead of finding the elf type, you find, a couple of humans, you find a couple of drow, but not the guy you're looking for on the top floor.
Alright, next floor.
Okay, and go and roll me percentile.
Fantastic. $61.
All right, and one investigation roll.
Ooh. 7.
All right, you're combing through, and unfortunately, there's no one to be found here. Though you did find a interesting cookbook from someone that is doing some research on spices that you actually enjoyed, but that distracted you a little bit too long, and unfortunately, you don't find anything you're looking for on this floor either.
Alright, next floor.
All right. Someone else roll me percentile.
Got it.
Not sure,
57.
not sure how I feel about other people rolling my fate.
No, it's not your fate. All right, so
It's
you
our fate.
go ahead and roll me another investigation, Poppy.
Okay. 17?
So your investigation moves a lot quicker as a lot of the residents on this floor are actually standing outside and having a pretty lively debate, and
At midnight?
oh yeah, they're talking about
Okay.
they're having a true discussion about which philosophy was more superior and better, and what would have been a more, how do I put it, accessible to the masses in pre-calamity times. People are just kind of just spouting stuff.
Poppy rolls a 19 to not fall asleep while walking by them.
All right. Either Pretty Baby or Creed roll me percentile.
Got it. $81.
Good deal. All right. Next floor, Poppy.
Okay. Another investigation?
Mm-hmm.
15.
All right. This floor, it just seems like finally you get to where, a lot of the guests are who are just here just for, guest lecturing and, guys who aren't permanent residents for the most part. You end up finding the one that you're looking for. And you end up hearing that Lauren he's just kind of sitting there going, oh my god, they're going to come after me. The snakes are going to come after me. He's just kind of mumbling himself left or right here on the second floor. He's like, where's the hell's that carriage at? I need to get out of here before they come and get me.
And this is the guy that we're looking for?
Yep.
Which floor am I on now?
The second floor.
Second, okay. Alright. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. So he's the one waiting for the
carriage.
carriage. Alright. I'm going to... Is he in, like, is there only, like, one room? Is there multiple rooms in his thing? Or how does this work?
Nah, it's a single, it's just a single room with a bed, a small desk for scribing work, and a small armory to kind of just put clothes and stuff in. It's not really that large. I would say, if you had a college dorm, it would probably be half the size of that.
Okay. Okay, well, if I know that he's now leaving, I'm just going to, I guess, sneak back out and tell everyone else.
Okay. And Pretty Baby, roll me percentile.
$52.
Okay. That's enough time for Poppy to meet up with the rest of the group.
Alright, well, you know how that guard left about 5 hours ago to look for a carriage? It's for the guy inside.
Oh, I see. He's trying to grab it then, is he? I'm sorry, is that a racist thing for me to say?
Yes, but whatever, let's just move past that. He was talking about, what was it? The serpent something?
All he said was that someone was after him.
He was talking about something being after him?
Yeah, that's something to me.
Oh. Well, there you go. Here's the thing. He's on the second floor. Room's kind of tiny, so hard for me to try and sneak y'all in there via a window. But I don't know if y'all can break through or climb that high or what.
Well,
Perhaps we try to find this. What's the word I'm looking for? Wagon for him, essentially. Sorry, I couldn't think of the
Carriage.
Carriage?
carriage. There we go. I kept wanting to say courage, and I was like, no, it's not courage.
We could find a carriage for him. That's
exactly my point. And then he would literally fall right into our hands without making a scene. He would come willingly.
I love this plan.
All right, so where are we gonna get a carriage at midnight?
That's where you come in, hopefully.
I come in?
You know this place better than anybody. We do have a map, too.
I mean,
We might be
my
able to find some
folks
place that
ain't livery keepers. They ain't. I mean,
I didn't say your folks. I said you knew the area.
well, yeah, but it's
Your
not like
folks
I
are
know
not
where
the
to
only
steal a
ones here.
carriage.
Who said steal it? Where are all these extreme measures coming from?
I like
I'm
extreme
literally-
measures.
I'm just saying. I'm sure there's some place in a big city, even at night, we could probably get a carriage from.
I don't know. Why don't you ask that one if you can whip up a fake carriage?
I don't think that's how that works.
I can, though.
Tell me more.
I can make a fake carriage. So, yeah, if we want to do this, I can bring a fake carriage in here, which will get him out of the, it will get him out of the apartment, but it won't...
How will
Pass
that prevent him from making a scene, though?
Well, we pull the carriage up near the alley over there, and when it comes over to get in, we grab him. I
What
don't
are
know.
the streets looking like here? Like, how many people are here on the streets around midnight?
I mean, outside of the city guards that patrol the area regularly, I mean, maybe see, a random student or, educator drunk coming out of the bar, but, I mean, it's not sprawling like it was during the day.
But, I mean, where would be a place that we could find that would be a little...
Is there a place that if we were trying to mug
Cozier.
this guy, nobody could see?
Thank you.
That's not what we're trying to do, but
No,
is
no,
there a
I
place
get
that
you.
fits that description?
It's not what we're trying to do, but it's kind of what we're trying to do.
No, I got what you're saying. So, yeah, unfortunately, in this part of town, there is a little bit of stuff moving around. Let me give you a little bit more information about the Sigil District here, because the Sigil District, institutional learning constructed in the infancy. Structures grew more modern. I mean, there's a couple of side streets you could probably take them to, in between like some small shops and stuff that aren't heavily populated because they're closed for the night.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple of places you could take him if you get him into the carriage that could be used to, have a friendly conversation with.
But here's the thing: is if he tries to get into the carriage, it's not gonna go too good because the carriage is gonna be an illusion.
Then can, like, I don't know, Creed carry him and make it look like he's in the carriage? I don't know. Okay, I don't know how this stuff works. Why am I coming up with all the ideas? That one's supposed to be a genius, and that one's the thief, and you're the
strong guy? Yeah, I know.
So why am I the one coming up with the ideas?
Okay, I'm going to take the map, and I'm going to try and find a place that looks like we could probably get a carriage at night. Or anything that would resemble a carriage.
I mean, yeah, you guys can search for. Do me an investigation roll.
Use the map?
No, that's what I'm saying. Do an investigation roll to see, if you guys can discern a spot real fast.
Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie.
I will help you out.
Thank you with help and guidance. Alright, that's
Guidance.
High number. That is a 29.
Yeah, no more than like 2 blocks over, you can see that, there's carriages there. The only catch is that, for the most of the day they were pretty busy and they didn't have anything, but you can check now and see if they have, some availability for rent.
I will go and check and see if they have some availability for rent.
Same. We should leave a couple of people here to make sure he doesn't.
I just plonked down underneath the tree.
And I flonk next door. Just in case he winds up leaving beforehand, I can trail behind.
So yeah, we go check it out.
All right. You kind of beeline it since haste is of the essence, and you see a goblin there and talking to one of his drivers like, I told ya, don't be drinking on the job. We got like 5 guys looking for something, and I can't get them because you're freaking drunker than a orc on after a battle. What am I do now? See, just
Excuse me, my good sir. It looks like it is less than prime time now, and I was wondering if any of your carriages would be available for rent.
Yeah. I don't got a driver. You gotta drive it yourself.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Indeed.
All right. Well, as long as you bring it back, I'll charge you 1 silver piece. But break anything in my carriage, I'm gonna charge you a whole 50 gold.
Understood.
Oh, absolutely. Here is your 1 silver piece, and thank you very much, my good sir.
Hey, wait a minute. He pulls out a scroll. It's like, sign this magic contract.
Yes, I will sign it as Gareth Silvermane with flourishes.
Is that your character's real name, or?
Nope.
It's like, hey, what are you trying to fool here? Gotta sign it with your actual name.
Here, I'll sign my name.
Okay, yeah, that one actually takes. Alright, yeah, it's just, standard, standard carriage, nothing fancy about it, gets you to point A to B. Even the horse isn't exactly, your great stallion, just like your standard workhorse, so. Alright, nice doing business with you. Bring it back 1 piece, yeah?
We shall try.
Yeah, try it. Alright. It's like, maybe I'll be getting a new one after all.
You any good at driving these things?
I've done a little bit. Sure, I guess I'll hop up in there and start driving the carriage.
Alright, I guess for the lack of
I
anything...
will guidance myself because I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just encouraging myself very, very.
Alright, dude.
Is
really
it
just-
animal handling? Is that
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
What's your animal handling modifier?
+3.
I will give you. This was a thing that I won at the festival at the very beginning. Remember that? And I will give you my Medal of the Maze. If you use it, then for an hour you get advantage on wisdom checks and know the quickest route to any non-magical path or maze, and for 1 hour. But we're not really trying to do anything difficult. We're just trying to get it to, 2 blocks down.
Let's just save that for now. I think I can handle this. I appreciate it.
Alright, yeah, just give me a handle animal.
For all the marbles, not bad.
Damn.
Yeah, you know...
That's not even with my D4. So if you really need that, that is 22 total.
Oh yeah, the horse actually goes, oh thank god, a competent handler, and he kind of trots a little bit for you to give you a little bit of...
I still give you that medal. I'm just trying to get it out of my inventory.
Sure.
Oh yeah, he kind of trots for you as he walks. He seems like he's in a good mood. Finally, he doesn't have to worry about someone hitting him with the lash or anything. So
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't know
alright.
how well I can stop this thing right now.
All right. Has there been a changing of the guard?
nah, these guys seems like they're hopped up on some stuff right now to keep them alert and active. So
Druggies.
So it's the same. It's the same two guys who are.
well, the one guy from inside, the other guy's still looking for a carriage. Apparently, he didn't do too well.
Ooh.
Are you still disguised?
No, I'm not. I'm going to disguise myself again.
I was say they don't know me. I was around the corner when all that happened. So
So yeah, why don't you? I'll get inside the carriage, and I will. And you do the talking. You do the talking, and I will wait for our friend in here.
you should make yourself look like that other guard that ran off.
No, I'll just be inside the carriage, and I will make it so that he's not going to recognize me. We'll say.
Alrighty. So we're going to pull
So
on
you
up
do the talking.
like that.
As we get within 120 feet of the front,
Uh huh.
I'm going to send a message to Poppy. All right, we have the carriage, and we are going to be coming back, and we will be interrogating our dear friend once he gets inside. So if you want to help make sure that he gets in, and you and Pretty Baby can come inside as well, that will make things easier.
All right.
Oh, and you reply to this message.
Right. So, I think Moreau wants us getting in the carriage over there. All right. So we head for the carriage to the far side from the building, so they don't see us getting in.
Okay. So you guys are trying to be stealthily outside the carriage.
No, I want them to get inside the carriage, and then I'm going to motion everybody over to the far side away from the building, and we're all going to stand in a row, like right at the very edge, and then I'm going to cast Major Illusion or Major Image, and make it so that it appears that there is a wall right in front of us,
Okay.
so that the carriage is narrower than it appears on the inside.
But he can't see us. It just looks
Yes.
like the edge of the carriage. Okay.
Okay.
So we get into the carriage on the far side and stand where he tells us to stand.
And after all this happens and everything's set, I will pull up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you pull up and you see the doorman, look at you, and he nods his head, and Hurley gets in the door, and he's like, please stay here for 1 minute. Please don't go anywhere. We really need your services tonight. Can you stay?
Time is money, friend.
Oh, indeed. He runs in. You see him handling some luggage, and you see the gentleman that you're trying to find, Hurley get in. It's like, yes, please get me out of here as soon as you can. I'll pay you more.
Same guy, right?
Yeah, same guy.
Hop on in. Let's go.
Before any of this happens, I do want to clear something up with Creed, though. You're pretty good at frightening people, huh?
At finding people?
Frightening.
Frightening.
Oh. I can be.
Because that might be how we get the information that we need from this guy.
I might have another way, too.
What's your other way? It might conflict with mine, because mine is going to be pretty,
Less
Visceral.
intimidating, more forcing them to talk via spells.
Okay. Well, we'll
Friend?
just find us a quiet place to try and do this when he once we get him in.
I will nod happily.
Back to it.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys, he gets in the carriage hurriedly. You know, he keeps muttering himself like, the three dogs are after me.
All right, and
And 3 dogs.
Yep.
So while this is all going on, I'm just to make sure it's all like kosher. I'm gonna try and like take off and look for a good place to do this.
I mean, it doesn't take you long. You guys had already scoped out a spot, so you guys get
Yeah.
there, and
The spot where all the teenagers find
right,
to bring their carriages in the middle of the night.
Smoker's Corner.
right.
All right, I'm gonna get out. All right, we are out and away. I just need to know where exactly are you wanting to go, and may I ask why?
It's none of your business. Just get me out of town. I just need to get out of here as soon as possible. What are we delaying for?
Out of town. Okay. Well,
Are we stopped or are you?
yeah, we're stopped. I'm out and like I'm standing in the door. I wanted to know what was going on.
Hero.
Are we like in an alley somewhere? Are we like?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
I pulled off in an alley. We are safe. There's nobody else around. As far as he knows it, I think at this point there's still a wall. It's just me and him. I'm standing in the doorway, so he can't go.
Yeah. So you hear a voice then. Lauren.
You hear a yelp that is equivalent to a high-pitched scream from for lack of a better term, a complete coward.
The serpents. No. You're betraying us. And we shall come for you. At that point, I use my illusionist ability to change my illusions. And I take the wall that was on the edge of the thing, and it just becomes a gigantic pile of snakes. Like hundreds.
Roll me.
That just like...
Give me your intimidation.
Poppy turns into a snake when he does this and starts like wrapping herself around his leg.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Since
Intimidation's
they are
not
not
terrible.
tangible, Poppy is.
Natural 20, 23.
Holy shit.
Dude's pissing himself.
No, not only pissing himself.
Good to know.
Yeah, he basically starts, you know, he's like, please spare me. What do you want?
I'm gonna cast command, and I want the command's gonna be, tell us what you're doing.
He's okay.
Why'd you run?
So he talks about how he is a disgraced member of the Cerberus Assembly, an organization of spellcasters in the dwindling Empire of Wildmount. He fled that organization after stealing a staff of the Adder from a superior, and he's been convinced ever since that the Assembly's assassins are pursuing him. He's trying to locate other cultists in the city who will protect him, and his search has not gone well.
The serpent is upset. You have let us down.
Poppy Snake slithers higher up onto him and starts like creeping around his neck, tongue flicking out.
Return the staff, and the Cerberus Assembly will no longer be after you.
He passes out after pointing and saying, "It's back there." Blah.
Back where? Like
He-
in the
Yeah, in
with
his
luggage?
luggage. Yeah.
Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be.
right? Okay, as he's passed out, I'm gonna just like start rifling through stuff.
Yeah, the staff
Loot
is
the
just,
body.
yeah, the staff is just, you know, covered up in cloth and just with the rest of his luggage in the back.
I will actually loot the body.
Snake
I
goes through
legitimately
some
wanna
of his
know-
pockets.
Is there anything else besides the staff?
Aside from some, personal scribing and some personal scribe notes and, just some, baubles and stuff, nothing of really any note. However, he does have on him 8 gold pieces. And 21
No, he doesn't.
and 21 silver pieces.
No, he doesn't.
And 27 copper pieces.
Is this Pretty Baby stealing it and hiding it, or is this Pretty Baby sharing it with everyone else?
This is Pretty Baby stealing it and hiding it.
Got it.
Oh God.
Make sure to write that down then, please.
That I am.
She's been so bored this entire time. You gave her an unconscious person.
Do I see this?
Roll me a perception check, and Pretty Baby, you can do me a sleight of hand to contest.
I assume I do not get my goggles because
Yeah, you're Snake. No, actually, that's fine. You can roll with that because we said your magic items work in your firms too.
Oh,
did
Jesus.
we? Oh,
Where are these
Go
rolls
ahead,
when
roll.
we need them?
Oh, by 1.
oof. God
So,
damn it.
no, you don't see it.
Nope.
Nope. Fucking cat. Sorry. Okay.
Well, it's funny how he was going to try and get out of town, but was going to do it without any money.
Alright, and with that, I'm going to... we'll take the carriage, and as hurriedly as we can before he wakes up, we'll just lay him next to a tree with just his normal belongings, no staff.
No.
You got something
Unsnaked.
better?
They said that if
Oh,
didn't they want him
right.
brought back
Yeah.
if he's, culty?
Did the Cobalt Soul want him back, or did they want us to bring him to the authorities?
I don't know. Where is the
They
detail?
only wanted us to bring him to the authorities if he was a problem.
Oh,
The-
if he's
the
here to
exact-
cause
The
trouble.
exact mission was for us to find out
Okay.
what he was doing, and as if he caused trouble, to report back to them. And if we could bring him back, that would be a good thing. So at this point in time, do you think he's caused trouble?
I mean,
Cause trouble.
he is a cultist, but
Not a very good one.
Okay,
only
so in
evidence-
fairness, he was trying to join the cult. So
But the only evidence we have of him doing anything wrong, it's not great because we're gonna take it ourselves.
well, no, if we take him to them.
Yeah, but I want it.
can you even use it? I don't remember.
can't.
Oh,
It
okay.
takes
You
you
can.
10 minutes. Just cast Identify on it as we're going. I'm pretty sure it's going to take us longer than that to get back to the Cobalt
Yeah,
Soul on this
But it's
side.
magical stuff, and it should be ours and not his, frankly.
Wow. So, I mean, what do we say to report this? Are we just saying, dude is a coward and passed out when we questioned him, and yeah, he's a cultist?
Yeah, he was running from the Dwendalian Empire, and he was working with the cult of Bad Snake guy, and
And then we just left him unconscious under a tree so he can run away?
No. I feel like we should take him back.
A knife?
No,
See,
no, I
no,
don't think
no,
they want
no,
him
no
dead.
stabbing.
A knife.
It's just apprehend him and turn him over to the hands of Ord.
Why don't we just
What do you
turn him
think?
into
Wanna
Cobalt
give him-
Soul?
Because the guy specifically said if he's here to cause trouble, to apprehend him and turn him over to the hands of Ord.
Oh, it was the Hands of Orc. I thought it was the Cobalt Soul.
Well, the
Yeah.
Cobalt Soul gave us the mission, but they want him handed over to the hands of Ord.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't.
I'm reading the thing that was posted in campaign info.
Okay, well, let's do that then. That's what I vote for. Unless there's probable reason to not. And we can do it without staff.
Oh,
like,
well, I mean, are there papers and stuff in his inventory, in his luggage that says that he's a cultist, or
Yeah, anything that implicates him.
are there crazy ramblings about him being on the run from the Cerberus Assembly after stealing from him?
You know
Is
what?
there?
Yeah, I'll let you have that one if you guys just want some. Yeah, he has personal letters talking
like
about.
journals saying,
Yeah, what he
saying
did.
I'm a bad boy because I stole from the Cerberus Assembly.
So, evidence of wrongdoings. So, on the body, there was Staff of the Adder, evidence of wrongdoings, 8 gold, 21 silver, and 27 copper stolen by Pretty Baby.
Yeah.
Alright, got it.
Everything except for that last bit.
Okay, so we got it. So we got it situated. Let's go turn him in.
All right, here for it. Let's do it.
Alright.
So using the map, I'm going to go to the place where the
Hand of Ord Station.
Hands of Ord.
Yeah, you pull up to one of the small outposts and like you see two guardsmen like, can we help you, sir?
The Kobold Soul asked us to figure out what this fella here was doing, and we have his notes showing what he was indeed doing. So yeah, here you go.
He is a cultist of the Cloaked Serpents, and a bad man.
Here's the evidence. It's all right here in this convenient notebook that says, here's all the evidence that I'm a bad man.
See, on the front it says not incriminating evidence, and the not is scratched out.
Yeah, they kind of stand, their mouth stands agape, and they're like, okay. They're like, oh god, oh, what's that? I don't want to ask what that smell is. We probably have an idea, and they're like, thank you. It's like,
Well, it's fortunate he wears dark pants.
It's also fortunate that we are not responsible for cleaning up this carriage.
Yeah, about that.
That is not ruining the carriage. Don't feed me that shit.
he let's just say he's not happy about the fact that he has to clean the carriage.
I'm more than happy to leave him a tip for cleaning the carriage.
How long does Major
However,
Image,
I am
how
not
long does
replacing
Major
this
Image
entire
last? Can we leave it disguised until after we leave?
Actually, yes, it's a thing I could do. I could make it do that. Like, I could cast the spell as we're leaving, and it could smell like fine. I could also prestidigitation it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it's funnier to use a third level spell.
Yes, it's funnier to use the third level spell.
We're
Yes,
terrible
descend for
people.
10 minutes, and then it just like smells like piss and shit. That is a great use of a third level spell.
Oh god.
That's one of the better ones I think I've seen, honestly.
So yeah, the guards said that they'll send word to you all of the Cobalt Soul and let them know that he's been apprehended with the evidence in tow. So we return the carriage. The guy's a little disturbed that he's just like, something ain't right, but can't see anything wrong. So he rips up the contract as you leave.
Poppy, make sure to burn it so that none of the names stick around.
This is why you never give your real name, but okay.
And then you make it back to Evo, who tells you good job. He gives you some stones of some sending stones. He said he'll let you know when he has another job lined up for you guys in a few days' time.
Alright, so we get a sending stone, or does everyone
pair.
get a sending stone?
He gives you a pair.
2 sending stones.
Yep, and that is a
What
good
was the
spot.
guy's name again? I'm sorry.
Evo, let me give it to you.
I'm sorry. I think I need a spelling.
No, that's
IWO,
fine.
EWO.
Yeah, I'll just.
IWO. Got it. Thank you.
Yep, that's your guy. Yep, and
EWO Zalare.
yep. So that is where we'll stop for tonight, and then we'll pick up next week with. Everyone good for next week? I didn't even bother to ask.
Should be.
Should be.
Okay. So we'll be back next week. We'll get another mission going, and depending on your results there, then we'll keep on moving. I will tell you just right off the bat that in order to progress to where you guys need to get, you'll have to complete at least 3 more missions.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. So we got 3 more missions. If you choose to stick with these guys, if for some reason you don't want to help them out anymore, you guys can switch to a different faction and restart the process again, but you'll still have to complete minimum of 4 missions per faction just to progress through the rest of the chapter. So
Okay.
but yeah, we'll end it there tonight. We'll be back next week, and thanks for everyone for showing up, and we'll see you again next week.